I didn't know that my name was Thomas until I was 5 years old. It was 1963, and it was the first day of kindergarten at Manhattan, Kansas. And when the teacher started going down the row, I was semi-smart. And I knew my ABCs, and I knew she was going alphabetically. And I was waiting for her to get to the H's for Hanks. And I was waiting for her to say Marty Hanks, because that's who I was. From the time of my birth until I was 5 years old, that day, that moment, I was Marty Hanks. That was the only name I knew. My mother hated the name Thomas. My father loved it. I don't know why. So when the teacher said, Thomas Hanks, I looked around with everyone else in that room, waiting for Thomas to say here. And see, at that time in 1963, I was the only little Negro boy in that room. You see, we were Negroes then. We were no longer colored, and we weren't blacks yet. And I was doubly surprised because I thought one of them little white boys was related to me. And so when the teacher said, Thomas Hanks, again, I was kind of surprised because she had started inching a little closer to me, and by the time she said Thomas Hanks the third time, she was standing there looking right down at me like I was the stupidest kid she had ever seen in her life. And she said, your name is Thomas. When I call your name, you better answer. I said, my name's Marty. I don't know who Thomas is. I was laughing, but she wasn't. That lady said, your name is Thomas. I said, no, my name is Marty. We went back and forth like that until finally she said, okay, your name is Marty. I graduated from Wichita Heights High School in 1976, and my high school diploma says Marty Hanks. I guess I'm more fictitious than I knew. For you see, acting is nothing but lying and being believable. You see, I was laying at home the other night and I dozed off to sleep and I started to dreaming. And I dreamed I walked into a place and I saw a strange, weird object that was standing up talking to all the people. And as I began to listen, I realized that it was heroin, that deadly drug that goes into your vein. And this is what he said. I came to this country without a passport. But ever since then, I've been hunted and sought. You see, my little white grains are nothing but waste, soft and deadly, and bitter to taste. But I'm a world of power, and all know it's true. Use me just once, sister, and you'll know it too. You see, I can take a mere schoolboy and make him forget his books. I'll take a world-famous beauty and make her neglect her looks. I'll take a man and make him forsake his country and flag. Make a girl sell her luscious body for a $5 bag. You see, in cellophane bags I found my way, from heads of state to children at play. I'm finest in China, ran in Japan. I'm respected in Turkey, even legal in Siam. You see, I take my addicts and I make them steal, borrow, and beg. And then they search for a vein in the arm or the leg. So be you Italian, Jewish, black, white, or mix, I can take the most virile of man and make him forget his sex. Now the police have taken you. Come under my wing. Do you think they can identify me, I who am king? Now you must lay in that Sedgwick County jail. They say I can't get to you there by visit or mail. Go ahead and squirm with your problem, wiggle and cough. 6 days of madness and you still can't throw me off. Curse me in name, defy me with your speech. knowing you'd pick me up right now, only if I were within your reach. All through your sentence, you become a czar to your fate. Fear not, young man and woman. I'll be waiting at the gate. Don't be afraid, don't run. I'll not chase. For you see, my name is Heroin, and you'll be back for a taste. For behold, you are hooked, and your foot is in the stirrup. And make haste, mount the steed and ride him well. For the white horse of Heroin will ride you to hell. To hell. Until you are dead. Dead, brothers and sisters. Dead. And this has been a revolution of the mind. And get your mind together and get away from drugs. And if anybody wants to stop right now, just hand them over and I'll take them. Thank y'all very much.
I want something simple like, all I gotta cook is toast, cause this bitch don't eat eggs. Something simple like, why would I buy her shoes? You didn't know that shawty ain't got no legs? I want something simple like, just throw a wig on that big ass bald spot. Something simple like, if you're not fucking them, who gives a shit if they're gay or not? I want something simple like, no one is discriminated. Something simple like, that doesn't mean personal opinion is eliminated. Something simple like, everyone deserves a spot. Something simple like, you can't stop them from talking shit about what you got, so it's simple. Don't be afraid to stun and stir the pot. That being said, I want something simple like, every nigga is a star. Something simple like, hell no, your musty ass can't ride in my car. I want something simple like grilled cheese and chicken nuggets for kids. Something simple like the crime should determine the sentence and not the color of my skin, or if the system employs my kin, or if I have enough ends to spend. I want something simple like day after night and night after day. Something simple like, if we're building, why wouldn't I stay? Something simple like, I trust you, but I was also taught to verify anyway. Something simple like, show honesty with me and I'll make the world believe the lies you say. I just want something simple, y'all.
And I was like, you know what? This Thursday, that's what I'm gonna do. But as y'all know, I write, so I have to do it my way. So if you bow your heads, we can begin this sermon. Okay. My dear Heavenly Father, I used to think, why bother? It was unlikely that you loved a thug like me. Was I ever wrong? How can I forget that your love is strong? So please continue to guide us, provide for us with our everything. And on my everything, I will help guide your lost tribe. If they just put their differences to the side, I understand your plan. In return, I will return your people to their promised land. In your name, amen. Amen. Man, this next poem, it's an old poem, so I knew it, so I'm gonna do it because I had something planned with my beautiful wife, but I'm getting old, and I thought the show was next week, so so we didn't get to go over it. So I said I'm gonna do this poem, and it's called The Butt. Yes, the butt. Okay. My whole life has to do with the butt. But hold up, before you judge, let me explain what's up. As a kid, I was told never trust a big butt with a smile, because once you do, things can go well. When grown folks are talking, you should butt out, because we should not be listening to what grown folks are talking about. As a teen, I was out chasing the butt, you know, a girl with a fat one that would let me cut. When I was running the streets, I had people trying to put me out like a cigarette butt. I guess I got to admit it's time that I grow up. Now I'm grown with a family of my own. I could have continued the cycle, but I decided to break it. And I could have accepted failure, but I wanted to make it, to show the world what I'm really about, because I was down, but never out. I kept a smile on my face, I never pout, and it feels so good, it just made me want to shout. So for those who want to keep on hating, you can just butt the fuck out. The butt. Man, okay, with this poem right here, I got 3 kids, and believe it or not, I got 1 more, and she's almost gone. So the other day, I got to thinking, you know, what I'm gonna do. So I wrote this poem called My Selfish Phase. I have always been everyone's shoulder to cry on, but for far too long, but those days are over with. Shit, my kids are grown. Well, almost. My baby girl have 2 more years, so my freedom is real close. Then it's time for the second half of my life. For both me and my wife, being middle age, we need to be on the same page. For the first time in a long time, we will have an empty home. Everyone will be gone. They moved on. So will I be wrong on how I want to spend my days? Nah, y'all. This is just my selfish phase. Thank you.
Conformity does nothing for me. So I fly my own beeline, and I know it stings a few hearts how high I'm soaring. 'Cause I wasn't supposed to have this, and I wasn't supposed to be here. So I'm scandalized by the haters, tested by the players, and they hate me, but they want to keep me near. I saw through their facade and I shed a few tears, but I stand up to them because God didn't give me fear. So when they knock me down, I get back up, I pop my shit again, and I shake off the dirt. Those who are last shall be first, and honey is a whole dessert. Y'all didn't get it. I put in the time and I've done the work, so respect my name like ma'ams and sirs, because I am one of one, unique since birth, and I can't vibe with anyone who doesn't see my worth. And I believe that. And I would never be lack. But I intend to grind continually, and it's that. And I'm leaving them fuck boys hanging on the rack. I'm too gorgeous, fabulous, to ever settle for a fraction of anything that I don't need. And I don't need a better half because I'm already whole. I just want to do my best with what I have within my own control. And that's be a real one. And find a way to get things done. And when the work pays off, I'm gonna be the one having a lot of fun. But they thought it was over for me. But it's really just begun, and if God before me, ain't nobody stopping nothing. And I believe that, and I like who I'm becoming. Past matters, I don't have time for that. I decided to pivot and pioneer a new path. And you guys got to go first. Now it's time for me to laugh. And it is what it is. Please don't think that I'm taking jabs. It's time to show up for me. It's time to love me fiercely. I wish I'd arrived here sooner, because all the naysayers are quiet and the silence is piercing. 'Cause what can they say since I've discovered my own truth? I validate myself because I have my own proof. And I like who I'm becoming. My insides and outs are stunning. And I know my life counts for something, and nobody's ever taken my freedom from me. And I believe that. And I'm done. Thank you.
I know you scared. All those past relationships made the trauma worse. Scared you most likely stuck in a curse. Like every person will leave like the last. I know I'm scared too, from the trauma and abuse from an ex who was only around to suck the happiness out of me. All my positive energy just stripped away from me. To the point I didn't want to even breathe anymore. To the point I wasn't even me anymore. That connection was almost the death of me. So yeah, I'm scared, but baby, I still have a lot of love left in me. I worked so hard to get here, and I'll never let another man take that away from me. I pulled myself out of the bullshit. I am me. Same as yesterday, better today. And no man will ever take that from me. I love me enough. I am enough. I am worthy of the best kind of love there is. And no, I'm not looking. I still got a lot of work to do. I need to better myself, prepare myself, step into my highest self, because can't no man truly love me until I really learn how to love myself.
Yeah.
I Excuse my language on this next one though, just a little bit. All right. Yeah, I know I'm pretty, but I also know you just want to fuck me and never intended to love me. Why is it just my looks that got you hooked? I bet you ain't know I love to write and educate myself within these books. Bet you ain't know my love for history and every little conspiracy theory. I can honestly talk your head off, but you would much rather my head in between your legs, as if that's all I'm good for, right? Even had this old white man tell me once how exotic I look, as if I was imported here just for your guilty pleasure to look. I bet you ain't know I got a real mean left hook. I promise this was never about my looks, yet these men be thinking with the wrong head and get it in their head I'm only good in bed. It's sad to really know that truth, how naive you honestly look. I play dumb, but I'ma always play by the books. And fuck it, I guess I'm gonna give you a reason to even look. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. Alright, I do not chase, I only attract. What is mine will always find its way to me. You see, sometimes this is easier said than done. Cause for some crazy reason, I wanna chase what I believe is mine. I wanna go for what is mine, cause all we have is this valuable time. But then again, what really is time? He never thought to give me the time. He never thought to show me how valuable his time was. He only wanted me for a short moment, a short piece of his time. Now let me ask you, was that even a valuable moment? More than likely not. It was a lesson and blessing in disguise. Show me who you truly are in that short matter of time. So I do not waste my time. If I would have had given you more time. You see, my time really is valuable, and I cherish every moment, even if I only knew you for the moment. That's it. All right, thank y'all.
Well, hi everybody. I'm Bree McBride. I'm gonna play you guys some originals, I think. This first one's definitely original. So this one is called Intriguing.
Seems so familiar.
so intriguing. Baby, you intrigue me with something I never seen or heard before.
Okay, all right, first one. This next one is a newer one. It's called Mean. No, yeah, Mean. That's what it's called. I write a lot of them, so I got. And I wrote this one just thinking of, you know, when you have a long day at work and you take it out on the first person you see when you get home. This is what that song is about. Thank you for being my guinea pigs with that one.
Little bird, dancing with the wind, colors so rich as she ascends, singing songs filled with delight. If I wanted, I could touch her mid-flight. Mama says the bird will be mine. Just sign on the dotted line. Responsibility, society, a way to come alive to help us thrive. But Mama doesn't know. Mama doesn't know that bird was never meant to be mine. For when the bird and I intertwine, the untamed will forever be confined inside of me. A ribcage made of iron bars, no longer allowed to fly among stars, skin holding the jail lock tight. I hear the bird's cries, once beautiful and free, now fill my head in an anguished plea. Echoing a familiar need, my ribs feel like they might break. The bird's desperate attempts of escape, wings creep between my bones, brushing my skin, sending a pain within, a pain I cannot escape. My bird cries so loud some days, it is just a phase, they say. Her song will be a beautiful melody, helping us avoid social death penalty. Fit in, don't stand out. Forget your dreams of the wild unknown. It is here you will be shown our freedom. Do we persist? Do we coexist? Or were we meant to resist? Thank you. Okay, this next one I wrote for my students. I was teaching middle school, and this next year I'm going into high school. So I wrote this for my middle school babies that I am leaving because they've taught me a lot the last few years. 10 things I want my students to know. 1, you are not too young, though you may have heard 100 times. Too young to understand, command, and expand your mind. Too young to know the sadness in all of this madness. Too young to decide what is inside you're not. I have seen a 13-year-old jump 5 reading levels in a semester. She thought she was stupid. She was not stupid. She was bilingual. She was just missing a few building blocks and needed to hear that she could do it. I have seen a middle schooler fight a brain tumor. I have watched a 12-year-old lose his mom and still come to school the next week with a smile on his face. He was the first to volunteer to encourage others to keep pushing forward. I have had more students than I care to admit confide in me their struggle with depression. Students who don't know where their next meal will be, students who have lost their parents and not to the reaper. Students who found their voice and became a dreamer. So I do not believe for a second you are too young to understand, to command, and to expand your mind. 2, school is sometimes boring and teachers sometimes suck. Get over it. You will never get away from it. Learn to embrace boredom, be around people you don't really like, and you will learn how to be creative and successful. 3, you don't have to have it all figured out. I'll let you in on a little secret no one really does. You are not a burden for having burdens you are trying to figure out, so don't be afraid to ask for help. I will be a hand reaching out for. No, it was not an accident when I moved your seat to be right by your crush. It's the teenage drama for me. 5, stop talking for 1 freaking minute. No, seriously, you run your mouth with nothing really to say. There is so much out there for you to learn and you are going to miss it. 6, you may be the smartest or most gifted person in the room, but that will not matter if you don't know how to treat someone with kindness. Attitude matters more than intelligence or talent. 7, you better just learn to forgive yourself now. The honest truth is you will learn from your failures more than your successes. Don't be afraid to push your limits. You won't know what your limits are until you do. Try something new, fail, grow, fail again and again and again, and only then do you truly begin to understand. 8, farting is funny. No, I retract. The smell that your middle school bodies can produce is awful. But it's the over-dramatized, shirt over your nose, gagging noise as you push your back against the wall, climbing on top of chairs to get as far away from it as you can, as if hot gas doesn't rise. That kills me. It's as if an atomic bomb went off and only you are aware that we are all about to die. 9, I get you for 1 year. 186 days to be exact, so really half a year according to the state of Kansas, and I worry about you. I lie awake at night wondering if you are all right. Do you have enough to eat? Are you getting enough sleep? Your stories fill my head with the monsters you dread, yet you felt safe enough not to act so tough and trust me with your pain and your joy. So for 186 days, I will do my best to take your stress and show you that you are loved. 10, even if you don't remember the first 9, remember this and only this, I am proud of you. I don't have a personal social media with sharing my poetry, but I do have my teacher accounts, which is _room106. I share a lot of my students' poetry that they write. It's very traumatizing. So, I'm warning you.
Before we are given our first full day of life, we are sentenced to death. We are pulled from the womb, our lifelines cut, and we take our first breath. The one thing that was everything before we were anything is nothing more than a scar that girls use for belly rings. Our food, our blood, our very existence, severed from us with light-speed persistence. Our fathers, cutting the cord, forcing us on our own the moment we are born. For 9 months we survive by the gift of another being, and yet it ends and becomes a useless thing. And what of the ones who are not so lucky, who are faced with death as they come out struggling? The cord of life bringing them to an end, is life their enemy or an indebted friend? Mother and child, one becomes two. Is this foreshadowing of spirits unglued? So many firsts in our lives we hold dear to our hearts, but do girlfriends and cars equal missing parts? Throughout our days we struggle and strive, yet we pick lint of the reason we're alive. Something we allow to be cut, withered, and die can be used to repair a heart or help us survive. So then are we destined to feed off material things, diplomas, money, wedding rings? Are we blinded by a life or death curse? Is that why we all forget the moment of our birth? We feel a closeness to our mothers, even after they pass. Is it simply emotion, or is it deeper than that? When something is gut-wrenching, it hurts us to our core. Is it a pain in our chest, or is it something more? Something primal and instinctual that takes away our very breath. You see, we get a pain where we were given life and believe it's strong enough to be our death. This unbelievable unit of ultimate utility is unappreciated due to its unpopularity. But it will be unprecedented once it becomes unpolitical. You see, life and death are cemented in the cord we named umbilical. Family and friends can go or stay, and lifelong loves can go astray, but we must remember the debt that all men pay, started with the cord, not the breaths we take. We are left with a scar, a hole in our hearts, a piece that will never mend. For that which connects fetus to placenta connects the beginning to the end. Thank you. I wrote these next two pieces 3 days ago, so if they suck, fuck you. Some say love is a crucible, meant for the soul, where damage is guaranteed, but not always survivable. So those dice you rolled, they came up snake eyes, so you became the rest of the body and made her eat the apple whole. You shed the skin she met you in and became something slicker, slimier, and meaner. You got into holes you were never meant to where no shower made her cleaner. Your memory is the residue between me and her. You answer questions like an escaped convict. Blunt answers with no details, like a beach without seashells. No life left after the waves leave, just the gritty discomfort everywhere. She can be completely naked and still feel the smallest part of you, and sadly, that is something she is more than used to. But still, she did her time, unlocked her mind, wiped off your grime to find that she was something completely, totally, and beautifully brand new. But you couldn't accept it was your childish ass that she finally outgrew. See, you forgot the unwritten rule. Those who stir the pot may one day lick the spoon. So lick that shit clean. And no, you can't come back for seconds, because just like Shooter McGavin, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. Damn! Now, you gave her a kid, but just like being a man, your white hood couldn't handle that weight. So let's clear the air now. She is my daughter, and that's not even up for debate. And while I'm keeping them afloat, shit, you're practically Ocean Gate. Sunk like the Titanic as you crumble and implode, never to be found. So maybe love is a crucible, meant for the soul, where damage is guaranteed, but not always survivable. But in the spirit of our highs and despite our lows, our love now, indescribable. Thank you. Before I start, I want to say two things. One, James Sims, Jesus Can't Fuck or Whitney Houston better be on your list tonight, or else I wish diarrhea upon you. Ink Pen. These people paid good money to get drunk enough to hear you perform. So try to bring your best, all right? All right, here we go. Last piece, last piece.
And you wonder why they talk bad to you, huh?
I am lovable, damn it.
You're not as lovable as syphilis.
Right out there. Is that why you love me every time you go to your girl's house? Anyway.
Set out your mama on everything.
Let me tell you something y'all already know.
Tell us.
I'm good at this shit. Like I sin with a pen. Simply poetry without me is a sin. Y'all should be thanking me so that you have a reason to attend. I mean, at least that's what I tell myself. Every time I sit down to write, I have to. I came up in the Wichita poetry scene back when we couldn't get a street corner to give us our 15. Slumming it at bullshit shows at taco shops on Broadway, far away from this fine wine. So I became my own Frankenstein. I said, give me James Sims and Tom Hanks lack of fucks. Give me fruitful rimas and Phil Sanders metaphors and such. Give me Nathan Gibbs and Scott Victor's unique perspective. Give me Black Soul and Marquis Nunley's way of fighting the collective. I took all these parts into me so that you could see that me being up here ain't just Vic doing a friend a favor. It's proof that his show will have a punch that'll make you stay later. Now, I'm no hater, even if on that last show I did a piece burying a guy in the dirt. I was just trying to show you that I'm an animal lover. See, I know what to do with worms. I'm just trying to give to you what Blues Traveler said to. A hook you can't get out of your head. So with that in mind, let me tell you something else you might already know. I'm great at this shit. Even if my 6 to 12 minutes aren't your favorite bit, I'm still gonna get up here and make this mic mint. Because it is. It's meant to me. It's meant to be, it's a part of me, the largest sea around the continent of me. This show without me would damn sure have a vacancy. It's plain to see. So prepare for an emergency landing. My talent is often compared to losing at musical chairs because it is outstanding. And this art form is practically evil, the way that it's constantly evolving. And as the vessels for its purpose, we must keep problem solving. We tortured few with the rose-tinted view and the ability to keep the world entertained, educated, and involved. Put our pain and joy into ink and then look to you to be our resolve. So consider this problem solved. When I tell you the last thing you should already know. I am the shit, and I thank you for coming to my show.
I'm gonna do Life Goes On, and then I'm gonna tell you why it's such a bullshit poem. Okay? Life goes on. Ain't it funny that everything could be going wrong and life seems to just keep going on? You see, the sun is gonna rise in the evening, it's gonna set. It's a pretty sure bet. Tomorrow's gonna find itself pretty much like it left itself. See, I'm telling you, you can leave up out of here and find your car on all 4 flats. Be having a bad hair day and can't find the hat. It ain't the end of the world if you end up having all girls and you just wanted one boy. Now your girlfriend won't give you any because she didn't discover the glories of her new toys. Count it all joy, because life goes on. Life goes on. You can wreck your car and lose your job, wake up tomorrow morning and realize, damn, I'm married to a drunken slob. Just realize someone somewhere wishes they had what you've got. So don't go around complaining that your French fries ain't hot. Like it or not, life goes on. Life goes on. You can lend your best friend money, and when you broke, he can't return the favor. Realize your last child looked just like the next door neighbors. Someone could break wind in the elevator. Don't go raising no stink. Just stop and think. Stop and think. Life goes on. Life goes on. See, you can come home and find your husband in bed with another man. No one can come to that Tupperware party that took you months and months to plan. And you can realize your new girlfriend, oh, she got more than just manly hands. Try to understand. Life goes on. Life goes on. See, you can work all your life and the company loses the money in your 401k. After 4 years of college, $50,000, your son or daughter could come home and say, the only thing that they learned is that they're gay. And see, the doctor can tell you the reason why you can't get it up, it's a side effect of the medication that you got to take. Don't break down. Don't cry, because there's no real reason why things go wrong. Just take it as it comes, because life goes on. Life goes on. Now I'm gonna tell you why that's such a bullshit poem. I wrote that. It was an event that Walter put on. I remember when I wrote it. It was just for a show, and I was just trying to be funny. Thought, yeah, I'd write something, that'd be funny. But probably a few months ago, I was listening to NPR, and they was talking about the Parkland shootings, the kids shooting and stuff. Everybody was talking about what they trying to do with gun control and stuff. But that the last person that talked, she was a lady, and she said that it's been 10 years since that happened. But we'll let them get this. It's been 10 years since that happened, but every time she think about her son, he was 6 years old. She could never imagine him being older than 6. And I thought, man, that's a bullshit point. If I was to go tell that lady, life goes on, but then I realized that you can't say that, about everything. So I wrote a poem about the Parkland shooting. And it might get a little dark, but hang in there. I'll end with something a little bit lighthearted. Okay. Huh? Because life goes on, yeah. Well, I guess it didn't for her. But anyway, this is a little bit worse. It's called God is Stupid. God is stupid. See, people, we are stupid. It's true. It's true. But we made in God's image, so I guess that makes him stupid too. Before you write me off as some old fool up here running my mouth, hear me out. Hear me out. See, I say this because I know y'all all heard about the 18-year-old guy that shot up a classroom full of kids. And that was stupid. And it really got to me, see, because I got a 4-year-old. And I couldn't imagine the school calling me saying, my son had been killed by some knucklehead kid. I'd be like, so you telling me that I'm never going to have to ask him, where'd you learn to school today? Or ask him what he want to eat, and he say something stupid like French fries and pancakes. I'd never be able to put Band-Aids on the scraped up knees. Or tell him, man, turn that Fortnite off and carry your ass to sleep. You telling me all that's gone because of some knucklehead with a gun? I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I'm a stranger to violence. See, I grew up in the neighborhood where someone could be slighted for the slightest slight. Things escalate to a fight. Hot rocks fly, people die. And I'm telling you, that's tragic. It is tragic. But to go out and buy an AR-15, 300 or 400 rounds of ammunition with the expressed intention of shooting a bunch of kids, man, see, that shit is stupid. I don't know. I know we were blaming it on his mental health. We said he wasn't right in the head. But what he was trying to do was based in reality. It wasn't like he was trying to get the kids and fly them to the moon. Somewhere he got the idea that a gun could solve all this problem. So, I don't know. I know the lady that's in Congress, she'll blame it on us who like to have sex before marriage. Or those of us who born men and identify as women, or those of us who fall in love with the same sex, she'll blame it on those of us who couldn't stand to have an idiot husband. See, let me think, she'll have an idiot husband. See, she'll blame it, she'll say it's because sin, God let these things happen. But which really don't make sense. Because see, we talking about the one that spoke. And in an instant, everything sprang into existence. He placed every star in the universes. He set the sun ablaze, spun the earth in the vastness of space. He said, let there be light. He created the elephant and the ant. The great I am, the beginning, the end. The one who was and always will be. And if his answer to sin is to let a bunch of 18-year-olds shoot up a bunch of kids, see, I don't understand that shit. That's why I say God is stupid. That's too dark? That's too dark? I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. I should have did something. I don't want to bring down. See, Black Salt works so hard to get everybody's spirits up. And then I get up here and do some bullshit like that, and then everybody. I do. Popeye bugged me. I do the Whitney Houston poem, and then I get off the stage. This should be a little bit funnier, but still, I think. You know, I'm 60 years old, and I see the light at the end of the tunnel. If I make it to 75, I'll be doing good. My goal is to get that boy big enough so he can take care of himself, and then I'll be fine to get down. So a lot of my poems are about death and meeting God, stuff like that. But this one quite ain't like that. It's called Whitney Houston. It's called I Ain't. The day that Whitney Houston died. There's probably people in here know it. I ain't. I do it all the time. The day that Whitney Houston died. I was on Yahoo when I got the news that Whitney Houston had died. I ain't gonna lie. I really wasn't all that surprised. She did seem to have a troubled life. But no sooner had I read it, I started getting all these text messages of people telling me that I know that Whitney Houston was gone. So I thought I'd take a look on Facebook, and sure enough, there was a bunch of news feeds. Whitney, rest in peace. Videos of her singing her favorite songs. I Will Always Love You. You know, the greatest love of all. Then I got a phone call from her friend. And she said she was so sad she was about ready to cry. And I said, why? It ain't like you really knew her. We got into this big argument, and my point was, see, that's the problem. Too many people like you trying to live their lives through her. She denied it. Said she was just sad, and it was just a sad day. Sad? I guess it's sad anytime anybody passed away. Shit, sad. I can't say I felt that way. Matter of fact, I felt like I should celebrate. Don't get me wrong, not because Whitney Houston is gone, because shit, I ain't. You see, I could leave up out of here and go buy me some lottery tickets, lay in the bed and dream about all the things I'd do if I hit. Go do something adventurous, like jump out of an airplane, just to see if I scream like a bitch. I can go order my favorite dish, a Colorado omelet, a big plate of pancakes. See, Whitney Houston is dead, but shit, I ain't. Who knows? Maybe I'll go get me some more tattoos to say, I can't complain, but sometimes I still do. And it's true, because I don't want to have to go to work. Man, my boss is an asshole. I don't know, maybe I'll just go to church, get some insurance on my soul. Because me and God knows I ain't no saint. You see, Whitney Houston is dead, but shit, I ain't. Who knows? Maybe I'll start working on my New Year's resolution, try to gain me some weight. Go play basketball with the young cats, and when I can't keep up, say, I ain't old, I'm just out of shape. Go to the gym, look at the girls hit the weights. Oh, shit, that's too much work. I'll just sit on the couch and watch my homes go hard in the paint. See, because Whitney Houston is dead, but shit, I ain't. Who knows? Maybe some pretty girl will come up to me and say, ooh, James, I love your poetry. Let me take you home tonight. I know it ain't gonna happen, but shit, it make me feel alive to think that it might. I don't know, maybe I just go to Walmart, walk up and down the aisles, wait for a pretty girl to pass, turn around, look at her ass, and smile. And I dream about the babies we can make. See, cause Whitney Houston is dead, but shit, I ain't. You know, in the end, we all gonna end up like Whitney Houston. We may not get there like she did, but we gonna get there. See, cause I see what life is doing. I feel the changes in my body. I see the lines in my face. I'm telling you, life is plenty precious when you realize you got less of it to waste. So in the morning, when I rise, if I rise, I'm gonna look to the sky. I'm gonna give thanks. See, Whitney Houston is dead, but shit, I ain't.
Ladies and gentlemen, I demand your attention. I ain't asking for subscription. This ain't a poem, it's a mission. Strap your flax and Kevlar up, get on your gear and let's move. This is more than hip hop and poetry. This is laced up boots. See, it's the G-Town master, the microphone attacker. It's the switch hitting corporal, spit shit I live, not an actor. Just an inner city poet out here searching for souls. In a poetic city, under bridges, looking for trolls. Cause I can see the gem in anyone. Stand out in the crowd, still rocking my crown. Smile bright as my Hawaiian son. Can carry the weight. I was made for the battle, and yo, my time has come. Souls ain't been moving the needle. I'm here to lead you to freedom. We have just begun. See, I'm confident. I'm gonna take this time to say something real quick. My little plugs. 2 of the pieces that you're gonna hear tonight on an album I've just done. It's 5 pieces of a blues tracks, because I was raised on blues. The album is called Panty Droppers, a book of poetry, volume 1. You can find it on iTunes, goddamn, Apple Music, goddamn, Spotify, anything you can stream and download from, you can find it on. That being said, when I said I was confident, I lied. See, one of the things I like to do is I like to pick on the crowd. So, stand by. Y'all wanna play with me? Hello, you. You wanna play? Check this out. I'm gonna do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Yes, ma'am. That's one. I got 2. Actually, I got 2. Let's go again. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Right there. No, not you. Sitting with you. Sitting with you. Hello, you. Come here real quick.
Clap real to the stage, everybody. Yeah!
You do me a favor? I'll grab it for you in a second. So I got a question. Y'all good? Y'all comfortable? Let's go. You sure? I'm on some lovey-dovey shit tonight, cause, you know, why not? My question is, you gonna be here for a while?
I'm here now.
Cause like Biggie said, I could call my crew, you could call your crew. We could rendezvous at the bar around 2 unless you wanted to be. Just me and you. Sitting in a room with our love for deep conversation put on full display. I mean, picture this. You and I being watched by actual couples, wishing they had what we have. And how Mrs. over there is staring at you all jealous because somehow her husband forgot how to make her laugh. The waitress brings our drinks. The music softly plays. I grab you by your hand and lead you to the front by the stage. And we dance a dance that romance is made up of in movies, and your crew, they start to stare at how easily we seem to be moving, and they smile, and just smile when all I want to do is, sheesh. Groove with you, yeah. What? Groove with you. See, our vibe is different. Like 2 puzzle pieces, let me see your hand. 2 puzzle pieces with jagged edges that somehow just seem to fit. And we dance. We dance until the song ends, and I give you a kiss to your frontal lobe, then deliver you back to your seat. And for a moment in time, I felt like I could be everything you need, and well, you were the very reason that I even write poetry. And to be honest, y'all know I can't sing. Trey Songz said it best when he said, I don't wanna leave, but I gotta, yeah, I gotta go right now. Thank you. But, no. Before I do, Don't run away yet. Before I do, I want to give you my business card. And on it has all my contact information, including my cell phone, in hopes that you text me. But until you do, you and I will live this moment in my mind's eye because I will forever cherish this memory. Thank you for your time. See, I like this. See, my deal is when I said I was confident, my deal is I like to, I'm mad nervous. You can see it in my hands, I'm shaking. But that's because it's the electricity that flows through me and it's like, I don't know what to do with it, so why not pour it onto y'all? Kind of take the spotlight off me. See, I said something about electricity. And I've been seeing you since you walked in. And I'm like, hey, Miss Slade. See, when I walked in, you kind of came in before me and I was like, that's a dude, and he big as fuck, but I don't care. I'm gonna talk to you anyway. See, I wanted to get to know you. I wanted to connect to your electricity, causing an ease of flow for our frequency. See, I wanted to meld with you. Were I to have coffee or cake, I want to be reminded that I've never had anything as strong or as sweet as you. See, you remind me of my ancestors and how they sang their way through. No greater poem, a song has been written before you, and I heard you talk, so onto your voice, I hang intently, wanting it to carry me away on waves, caressing my soul, and I can't lie, I've dreamed of a future where I go, the day we met, shit, the way we left, you had me feeling like I had hair again, and I felt, and it felt so good. And being that it's an imaginary future, I want to remind you how I had your tummy double dutching, and your heart skipping 5 beats from finding out that it's indeed a house of love. Metaphor. But see, I honestly can't describe what it is that I want, rather what I need. I mean, I can't do it unless I do it through poetry, and I hope you forgive me, but truth be told, I just hope one day you'll be my favorite soliloquy. And for me, it's not enough for me to memorize your smile. See, I want to internalize your kiss, and again, I can't describe what it is that I want to be, except I could say, I wrote all this to say, I just hope one day I'm your forever poet. See, how many smokers we got in here? And I ain't talking about cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
No. I said lovey-dovey shit. I'm looking for a female. How many female smokers we got in here, Garrick, or not you? See, I have this. Say again. As you were. All right. See, I have this thing. Like, I have this thing that I'm a lover boy. I'm a Leo, so I wear my heart on my sleeves and all that shit, but, you know, yeah, Leo shit, right? And it's like, a special girl, I wanna buy her flowers. I wanna find myself looking through all the expensive boutiques the city has to offer. I wanna ask questions that I ain't never asked in my life, like, do I need a pot? Or the vase do? Can I plant this in the open so the world can see how much I love she, and she could wake up smiling daily because finally she's able to see the beauty I see in her growing wildly. I wanna sift through different pamphlets talk to different plant heads, meet with every flower lady, possibly picking petals of knowledge, just hoping to get it right. I wanna earn a green thumb. Learn the ways of the great ones as if I were a Padawan, or at least I try. But see, my thumbs, they aren't green. They aren't that green, so all plant life seems to crumble before me, and I'm assuming that that's the way it's supposed to be based off everything I've seen. Let me break it down for you. Metaphor. See, I'm not after roses. They're too often given. I'm not after carnations because there's no graduation, there's no funeral to go to, and there's no real cause for celebration. I'm not after dandelions, daffodils. Hell, I'm not even after stargazing lilies. Shit, to be honest, I just want to buy her some weed. Because I like the way it takes her pain away. Like Luther said, if only for one night. See, I like the way it takes her pain away, if only for one night. And I can't lie, seeing her high is hella hilarious because her smile already lights up rooms, but when she's gone off that OG Kush and that blueberry dream, shit, her smile lights up entire galaxies. See, I'm an old dude. Next week I'll be 40, so that means I was born in 83, do the math. Which means that I grew up on the old adage. Y'all remember the commercial? You can always do more with the more you know, right? So when I was sifting through those pamphlets and talking to those plant heads, I kind of done something I wasn't supposed to do. I swiped some of those seeds because, much like that weed, with her, I just want to learn to grow. So it's like this. I mean, I've said about my nervousness and I'm a lover boy, and I'm a Leo, and I wear my heart on my sleeves, which means that I get hurt a lot. Like, I like you. I like you too. Can we go together? Nah, I'm cool. So that put me in this category. Every time I like somebody, I steep more and more and more into this category. And I gave y'all a soft intro. But nah, it's not enough. My name is Souls Inkpen, and I am your representative to the USA. No, not these United States, but the United Simps of America. I'm here to give you everything you need in hopes that one day I can be considered your anything. Except for you, there tend to be no strings, except for the ones that you dangle in front of me. And the boyish intrigue in me continues to keep on wishing, so much like my father and his father and his father that came before me. I tend to cast my line out fishing only to reel it back in empty, while you keep singing those same sad siren songs, swaddling my soul, swearing to sweeten the pot, whilst watching me take a full 30-inch step off the edge of the deck into the deepest, darkest depths of self-deprecation. Because when the song ends, you know, I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna recoil back. I'm gonna sift through self, and y'all know I'm never gonna lie to me. I'm gonna tell myself the truth, no matter how hard it may seem. And the truth is, I know that you and I can never be. Here I am, standing in front of you, tired and weary. But that's what we do. Here's your welcome aboard packet. And in it on page 2 are our core values. See, we value the opportunity of becoming a person of interest. We promise to keep it friendly while helping you raise another man's kids. We cherish every chance we get to open up doors, pull out chairs, make you smile, make you laugh, crush our hearts, cast our lines while telling ourselves the great lie that Boyz II Men said when they said, I'm doing just fine. But that's what we do. We here at the USA Hey, no, not the United States, but the United Simps of America. We're here for you. We're just trying to show what men like us can be for women like you, except we end up being the pillow that you lay on and the friend that you cry to. So, welcome aboard. Enjoy your stay. And please refrain from picking up any trash you may have dropped, as it will only stop one of us from doing the job after all. We're just trying to show you why we too deserve a shot. But see, I don't like liars and I don't like lying to people. So I kind of been lying to y'all, so I have to apologize. So I hope y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me?
We don't know yet.
Yeah. I mean, baby girl, what's your name? You forgive me now? God damn. Hard crowd. See, I kind of gave the illusion that I'm single when I brought up these two beautiful, absolutely stunning women, and your poetry, goddamn, you are phenomenal. But see, truth be told, I's married now. And I mean, yeah, I'm kind of telling on myself. But I mean, I only got one baby mama. I'm good. Can I divulge something? Can I tell y'all about it? Can I tell y'all how I met this lady? Can I? I'm asking for permission. That's a yes or no? Yeah. If I can tell y'all about it, can I get a clap, snap, something? Yeah. All right. Y'all motivate me. I fucking love y'all. So, I want really black. Fuck it. I'm gonna tell y'all how I met this lady. See, I walked up to her and I said, Miss Lady, let's start this off right. Light a few candles, let the aroma surround. I've searched high and low, and finally you I've found. You look a little cold, so allow me to hold you until you become comfortable. And I know you may think of me as a king, but I'll be a servant to the queen, and forever I'll be humble. Think of me not as a teacher, only as a poet who writes your love sonnets, sending you into an orgasmic frenzy, and with my slick tongue, I'll make you come running. It'll be all for you, my queen of high stature. See, your mere presence sends me to a trance. And when you stare at me the way you do, kinda got me feeling like a little boy again. I say, you like when I talk to you like that? She said, yeah. I said, what about when I touch you like this? She said, okay. I said, so you like how it feels when I kiss your lips, caress your hips, sending you down into a spiral of ecstasy? Well, ride these rhymes. Let these chords hold you through the night. Allow these waves of words to curb whatever's giving you any kind of fright. And I can't sing, but I'm gonna try it again. I said, whoo. Remember Al Green when he said, everything is gonna be all right. And then I told her, I made her a promise. I said, relax. And remember when you're in a dark tunnel, you can look to me because I'll always be your light. But honestly, I wasn't talking to anybody in this room tonight. I'm simply explaining how I make love to my mic.
just good. It hasn't faced me much before. But you're so talented. Never thought I'd find such a pretty mind behind your eyes. Never thought I'd write such pretty lines between your sides.
Can I do? It's cool if I do one more, real quick. Just okay. Okay. Just end on a really strong note here. This one's going around.
What you said just wasn't cut. The pretty thoughts you brought to her were shut down. But you couldn't think of well, you've run out of songs. You move along without her 'cause she's long gone. And you wonder if you ever cross her mind. Waiting a day, she drops you a line. You're steady hoping you plague her mind. But let's be frank, dear, you didn't have the time. What you saw just wasn't cut. The silly thoughts you brought her were shut down.